Hey guys, it's Derek and Andrew, and as you can see, Andrew has a lot of animals.
Yeah.
Just basically showing you different types and how many, just like a small percentage of them. Of course, we're going to be talking about animals, mammals for the most part, along with some bugs, good bugs, bad bugs, mammalogy, of course, and that'll be it for this segment, I guess you can say.
For this podcast.
For this podcast, yeah. One of the biggest things is, of course, animals, what they eat, and bugs, how much of a help and harm they are and can be, especially for gardening. As you can see, there's so many different types of mammals. A lot of them land animals, some of them, of course, waterbound. They kind of come on land too. Some of them have different diets, like a bat would be eating bugs, of course. One of the benefits of actually having bats. There's different types of bats too. Along with,
We're just going through them.
you got fox. They're good for, getting small rodents and, stuff like that. Sometimes chickens. Let's see, up next would be
That's a lion.
a lion.
Roar.
And of course, you can find them in the jungles and, stuff like that. Up next is
That's a monkey.
monkey. Of course, you can find those in the jungle too. They're tree climbers and stuff. They eat a lot of fruit and veggies and stuff like that. Very little meat.
We'll do another animal video when we go to the zoo.
Yeah.
Show them what they actually are.
That's a hippo. They are really big. They weigh up to almost a ton,
Yeah.
close to it. They do eat meat. Mostly plant life though. Let's see. What else do we got?
Let's see.
You got a frog. Of course, they're waterbound. They eat flies and mostly insects.
Mosquitoes and
Yep.
stuff.
And of course, you got a bear. Those are forest bound too, mostly further north. They like to eat berries and fish. A lot of fish.
Here's one.
You got a rabbit. They like to eat veggies, carrots, celery, stuff like that. Good to have around. And of course, you got reindeer. As you can see, it's Rudolph.
Or just deer.
Yep, deer. They're vegetarians and very tasty. And that would be a lamb.
Sheep.
Sheep. Mostly a farm animal, not animal. They eat grass and a lot of it.
Good for wool and tasty too.
Yep. And of course, that's what a tiger.
Yeah.
Part of the cat family. It's also found in the jungle. Eats meat. Meat's like 95% of his diet. Very good hunter. As you can see, it does purr and roar. And he likes to play with it.
Just so I can get the sound. Here's one everyone will know.
And of course, a gerbil. Just kidding, it's a dog. A lot of people have one. Fun to play with.
Yep, getting low. Make sure there's none behind me. leopard up there.
No, I don't see any. And of course we got a kangaroo, or if they're small, they're wallabies.
No, wallaby's a different animal. Completely different.
Okay. We got kangaroo.
You're thinking about the Joey, the big
No, if you think about it, like if you watch Raccoon Modern Life, he's a wallaby.
Yeah, but
Same.
that's totally different than a kangaroo.
Okay. Anyway, kangaroo found in Australia, the outback. Really good fighters. Up next is the koala, which is part of the marsupial family along with the kangaroo. Both marsupials. This one is tree bound. This actually eats plant life, mostly leaves and stuff. Very slow moving out and sleeps 70 to 80% of the day.
That's more sloths than koalas.
Yeah, they both do anyway. But up next is the walrus.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually waterbound for the most part. Likes to eat a lot of seafood, fish. This also gets pretty heavy, over 1,000 pounds, up to a ton. Their tusks actually are very deadly. Yep, as you can see.
We got one last.
And the last one, what is it? It's not a pelican, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's a pelican.
It's got the
big beak. As you can see, this is one of the mammals that actually flies. And of course it does eat fish and stuff like that, which, that's most of its diet. Actually, all of its diet really is fish.
Yeah, that's it.
Flies around, swoops down, eats on land though. Other than that, that's it for the mammals.
Well, just those animals that we
Yeah,
have.
those animals, the select few that we have. We do have more on mammals in mammalogy. This is the 3rd edition. Basically goes through, tells you about like what type of different animals that we have, their scientific name, got a Capital One MasterCard, bookmark. It also does tell you the anatomy, their scientific names. Let's see if I can find an example in here. Like right here.
Show it to them.
I actually got a good picture right here. Looks like a hedgehog. The scientific name is the family Tachyglacidae. Kind of hard to pronounce, but they're mainly underground dwellers. They eat on insects, or feed on insects, I should say. They are marsupials, and they actually don't really have that good of eyesight, but they have a really good sense of smell, hence their snouts. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Look, we actually showed you earlier. That's actually a wombat. Looks a lot like a koala. Well, actually, it was a koala, yes. There's wombats in here too, which they're also burrowers, which means they have poor eyesight but really good sense of smell. Let's see. Yeah, as for koalas, they're restricted to wooded parts of southern southeastern Australia. A lot like the kangaroo. Feed on leaves and branches and stuff like that. And of course you got the bats. This is African yellow-winged bat. Here's a picture of it right here, if you can see it. They have really good sense of smell. They're hard of seeing. They're technically blind as a bat, but they also go off of echolocation, which they do use sound waves to tell what's around and stuff like that. Let's see.
Give them like one more.
Alright, I got the black-backed jackal and the banded fox. Right there, the picture of each, if you can see it. They're mostly to plains. They have really good eyesight, really good hearing, hence the big ears and their body styles, which they're very agile, means they can move quickly. Let's see. The swiftest ones can run up to speeds up to 65 kilometers an hour, which is roughly 20 to 30 miles an hour, around there, I believe. That's good for if they want to get like jackrabbits or anything that's on the plains, you know, fairly quick. Let's see. What next? We got the bugs, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna show them like one.
Yeah. I'll have Andrew
example.
actually go through and do a couple of examples of bugs. That we got good bugs, bad bugs. Show you what they're good for and what they do.
Good bugs, bad bugs. I found two that most people will know about. Like, right here's a bad bug. It's the pill bug or slow bug or so bug. They feed on decaying organic matter and soil. They don't really do damage to plant, but if there's a lot of them, they can kill all the seeds and stuff, which isn't very good. And then on the other hand, we got a good bug, praying mantis. They hunt down and devour both, you know, pests, insects, and ones that aren't pests. And they just eat a bunch of different bugs. And here's one that could be both. The rover beetle. And here it says it's good or bad. They're good because they can scavenge decaying material and help compost stuff in the ecosystem. But some... I'll turn the page. Well, it doesn't say anything bad that they do, but I guess that's the same thing. Because I guess they eat a bunch of eggs of different good bugs, like aphids and stuff. You got some flying bugs. Bumblebees, which everyone knows are good. And they don't really sting you. Or if they do, nothing really happens.
Yeah.
This type of wasp is a good bug too. Because they take out like coating moths and elm bark beetles and a bunch of other different bad bugs. Let's see if I can get. They say aphids are bad bugs, but not too bad.
And of course, you got an aphid midge, which
That's
is
like a flying.
yeah, different kind of aphid.
The regular aphid, they suck plant sap from fruits, vegetables, and flowers, and a bunch of other stuff. But they're not really all that bad unless they're in large numbers.
Yeah.
So you can easily brush them off of your flowers and stuff. But those are some good bugs and bad bugs for, just ones that might just be in your backyard or in your garden. Oh.
And I think
Anything else?
not that I know of. I mean, just a little taste on mammals and insects.
Yeah.
And by the way, we are mammals too.
Mhm.
We can just talk.
Yeah.